What's going on, guys? I wanted to show you a project that I've been working on, which is kind of like what Flux is doing. I've been working on mine for about maybe 3 months now ish, like maybe 2, 3 months. And it's actually Yu-Gi-Oh! So instead of Magic the Gathering, I'm building Yu-Gi-Oh! Inside of Resonite. I know Kisara is already doing Rush Duels, but I am actually working on like the full-fledged thing. So I've kind of put it off for a while now, probably like about a month. It's kind of just been sitting in limbo, but I did want to go over it and show you guys how it looked, how it functions, everything like that. So yeah, looking here, I have the board. Maybe some of it may look familiar to you. This is not mine. I gutted it and made it so that it would work with what I was doing. The frame also comes from a different game as well. I just thought it really looked nice and wanted to kind of set it around my perimeter. I don't know how to do UIX stuff. So this as well, these little board pieces, actually Kisara had gifted to me from their own dual disc system, which was really, really nice and very considerate of them. So a lot of these pieces are kind of a mix of everything. This I actually just got from Resonite Essentials. To begin, I actually wanted to go over this API spawner. You can type in any name. You know, if a card exists like Lord of the Heavenly Prison, then I can just type it in. It will generate and then it will localize. So it localizes it and then bam, right there, you get a card and it's very nice. It just works. Now with this, you can actually select and open up the card. Card knows it's a monster. So each card type will know what card type it is. Here it gets the data as well. So it knows that specifically it's an effect monster. It gets the entire description that exists on it. The race, which is also rock right here. So it's a rock effect. Attack, defense, level, attributes, like all that stuff, even the archetypes, which this is a little finicky. I don't know how to fix this portion specifically. Sometimes it just does that while parsing, but yeah, and it also gets its own name and everything like that. So it actually will generate with what it needs. Whether or not something like this, like the name is necessary because the name is up here. Oh well. I just I gave it literally every single bit of data that it could possibly need. But not only that, it functions automatically after being generated. So as you can see, this doesn't go into like traps or spell zones. So it will, however, go here. It does not go up here either in the field zones. It does not go into the extra deck zones or anything like that. It can't go here. So each card knows where it belongs and it knows what zones it can actually join, which is really cool. So graveyard zone, everything like that. You also have a draw function. This will be able to draw whatever card is next in the deck. And these will also know where they belong. Since some traps can be monsters, technically this can go in the monster zone, but not in some other like fields. It can't go in the field zone, stuff like that. So it just works. It's really nice. I probably have to fix that. Did not do that. But yeah, so it just works. Another thing that I would have to do, oh, right here. Yeah. So this will place itself on the top and also on the bottom of the deck over here. You can also set it up so that you are the duelist, and I'm hoping to make it so that it will link with the other duelist dynamically within the world. So if somebody else puts their slot into one of them, you can actually go through a list and choose who you want to battle, which is something that I thought would be really fun. That way, like things like life points and stuff, they can be generated and decrease and increase as they should while you have all your creatures and monsters on the board. Then you can start your duels. And you have all of your phases here. So draw phase, standby phase, all that stuff. And you can switch between the phases. They don't really do anything at the current moment, but yeah, kind of satisfying. You know, one thing I wanted to show you guys as well was a little bit of how this works. I'm not going to go into too much depth or show too much, but yeah, this thing has a lot going on. Surprisingly, it's not as much as it would be. So this monster of code right here is how it is able to get every single zone that exists. It gets the tag, it will fire, and it will write that card into its zone. And not only that, it will also get the parent's zone as well. It just works, and it fires on the duelist and on like from the playmat and everything. Yeah, it just works. It's really nice. And each card knows what zone it can be in, which is probably a little overkill. Like, so yeah, there's a lot of means to the same thing, essentially. So if all of it is really necessary, I don't really know or think so, but I think I might have over engineered it a little bit so far. So yeah, my next deal of business is to try to get like attack and defense calculations going. So I'm probably gonna have to work on the math of it, but yeah. It just works, and it's very nice, and it's a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you guys like this. It's a passion project. Watching Flux's video on how he's been making like the Magic the Gathering card game and like his own mats and tapping and all that stuff, like I've been keeping up on. It's really interesting, and I just wanted to show you my project that I've actually had for a while now, and it's kind of inspired me to try to work on it again. So thank you, Flux, for that. Anyways, yeah, I guess I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.